Hi friends, it's Emma from Emma K Plans and welcome back to a plan with me. It has been a long while since I filmed a plan with me, but I'll explain the story a little bit after I run through the kit. So I am using this Pink Diamond PDPCo I think November mystery from last year. It's like a Christmas market themed, and it's like peppermint colors to me. Well, to me anyway. This is like peppermint, that kind of mint bluey green, and then like the red pink colors. That to me is like perfect peppermint Christmas. And then I am using I think it was called Wine or something from Caress Press. It's like red, but not. It's like a very dark pinky red. And it's literally matches the color of this kit perfectly. Like literally could not be any better. So I used that, and then I pulled in, because I wanted to, that bundle was very like neutral. I wanted to make the kit like the foil a bit more Christmassy. So I pulled in silver. I just pulled in, because this was a last minute like change of decision, I put in some leftovers that I had, some Christmas quotes, some like snowflake overlays, like little icons and scripts and that sort of thing. So and then I had a I think it's maybe called Twinkle underlay from Planner Hannah. So it's not really Christmas themed, but I feel like it kind of looks like snow falling, so I thought that was a good option. And normally I don't use snow themed foil for Christmas, because for me it doesn't, it's hot for Christmas. Even though like the art is very wintry, I still don't really generally use Christmas. I generally don't use winter themed stuff. I prefer to use Christmas stuff, but for some reason this spread just got me and I needed to use like snowflakes with it. So that's what I did. So that's the kit. That's what I'm using this week. So a bit of a story, I guess, because if you watched my not January, I've just filmed that, my December kit lineup, this video, freaking hell, wake up. If you watched my December kit lineup, you would have seen that this kit was nowhere to be seen. Like it was not even in the realm of possibility. So essentially what happened was I got to, I think probably like Thursday or Friday of this week that I'm filming, and I was just like, I'm sick of waiting for this kit to come, because if you didn't know, I accidentally didn't realize that the kit, that order hadn't hit my US box, my shipping box, before I sent it, and it literally arrived the next day. And so now with like Black Friday and everything, I've got heaps of orders that I'm waiting on before I ship my box. So it's probably going to be into January, and then it takes about a week, but up to 2 weeks sometimes to come. So it's going to be like mid-Jan before I even get a chance to get that kit. And the kit is so beautiful. If you want to like know what it is and hear me talk about it, watch that video. But essentially it's the balsam art from Celise. So that kit and art is so beautiful. I don't want to just like lay it down just to lay it down and then like that's the end of that planner, if that makes sense. I want to like lay it down and then like do the day by day and use it for a whole week, which is what I love doing with kits, but I wouldn't be doing that because I would literally just be back planning a week in an old planner. So I decided not to do that and instead to use a kit that I already have, because this kit was in my lineup, but it actually got moved out when I decided to use that kit. So we've kind of come full circle. I love this kit. I just am not the biggest fan of this older format from Pink Diamond. I've kind of gotten used to her newer format, so that's why I was a bit on the fence about it. However, I love how it all came together, which of course you guys are going to see shortly. But yeah, I guess that's the story of why this kit all of a sudden came into the fray when it wasn't in, well, it was in consideration behind the scenes, but I feel like you guys didn't know that it was. So yeah, I think it kind of ties into my my flow of my December kits. I was a bit frustrated because if you saw my post on Instagram, I used the Sadie Piper like art that was like the traditional color scheme from Caress Press the week before, and I ended up using red and silver with that because that foil was supposed to go with this kit, but then I changed it out last minute for the balsam kit, and I was like, I have too much of this foil, I need to use it, so I ended up using it on that kit instead. And then I was like, no, now I'm going to be using red and silver 2 weeks in a row. Ugh. Which is why I decided to use that wine color instead. And then I was still like, oh, it's still red and silver. I still think they're too close together, but they really, honestly, truly look nothing alike. So there's no issue. Like, even though they're similar foil colors, the styles are completely different, and the red in that kit is super traditional and looks red. Then when you compare it with this kit, like this kit looks pink. So, I mean, Planner Girl problems, right? Like, why would that be a thing? But it is, and anyway, it's fine. So, I have, my color scheme goes like, obviously my Disney kit is, I use champagne lights and gold. And then the next week, I also use champagne lights and gold. And then I used red and silver. And red and silver, so I really didn't plan that out very well, but anyway. And then my Christmas week, which today's Christmas Eve, so I'm literally currently planning that week, and it is coming together so nicely. I can't wait to finish that up and share it with everybody. But that is my traditional red and green, and then the last week in December is green and purple. So I feel like we've got a mix. I just didn't really think about the actual, well, I did think about the layout of like the flow of the kits so much, but anyway, it's planner science, right? I feel like I'm really, I mentioned this in my in my January lineup, which I filmed and uploaded, but you haven't seen yet. That'll be the next video after this one. I mentioned that I'm just really excited to get back into like normal like monthly seasonal planning. As much as I love the holidays, living in Australia, I am so far behind, and I don't get my kits in time, or I don't get my foil in time, and I never get to plan the kits like at the time. And I feel like I want to plan Christmas during Christmas, not summer when it's like 100 degrees, you know, like that's not fun. So next month in Jan, although there's a little bit of, you know, maybes going on there, which you'll see. It's a pretty generic summer month, and I'm really excited for that. So that's a bit of an update on my lineup, I guess. I feel like I'm going to be talking about random stuff because I am editing this video in a different way, and I can only speed up the clips to 2 times, and normally I would speed up laying down the base to like 8 times. So there's going to be a bit of a longer time that I'm laying down the base than what I would like, but for some reason this program only lets me do 2 times, which is super annoying, but so that's why I'm kind of rambling. So yeah, that's a bit of an update on my lineup. I feel like I'm really loving seeing everyone's Christmas spreads. Like it really is such a nice time to plan, but it's a bit frustrating for me. I feel like also it'd be a really nice time to plan Christmas when Christmas kits actually reflect like your Christmas experience. So I've seen there's like obviously a huge cold front over North America at the moment, and like it's actually snowing for Christmas, which I feel like that would be obviously amazing, but it'd be nice for like a Christmas kit to reflect my summer experience. So last year I know there was one, and I used that kit, and I loved it, Summer Christmas, but it does get a bit redundant using winter snowing Christmas kits all the time. Also, you're probably going to notice I put the underlays in the wrong order on that last one that I just put down, and I only noticed it literally as I was filling out the day by day. I'm like, hold on a minute, this doesn't make any sense. But it's because I do every second one, you can't really tell. I guess maybe that's a good segue into explaining. I don't know if I've ever explained why I do every second box. Maybe I have. But for anyone who's new or anyone who doesn't know, so I really like the look of themed underlays, and that was probably my biggest change during 2022. So my first ever week using them was Easter, and then I think I had the next week I didn't use them, and then the week after that I used them, and then I used them ever since, which you can see if you watch my planner flip through series, which I think I'm up to. I think you've seen 2 now, and then I've already filmed the 3rd one, and obviously I can't film the last one because, well, I'm still doing it. But if you watch that series, you'll kind of see my evolution of how I planned this year. And that was probably the main change, was doing bougie boxes and underlays. I personally get mine from Planner Hannah, but to be honest, I know her quality is not fantastic, but to me, the underlays, the range that she has, and the foil colours and the price, for me, I'm okay with that, but I totally understand people who are not. So I buy mainly from her, but also Plan With Me Stickers has a lot of underlays, and then also Planner Choco and Alicia Craft if you want like specific themed ones. Just not really affiliated with any of those shops, just recommending that's what I use. But I'll buy 1 sheet of underlays, like 1 sheet of 8, or like from Planner Choco or Alicia Craft, like 2 sheets of 4. So I'll have 8 underlays, 8 themed underlays, and then I will use 1 sheet of bougie boxes, normally from a foil bundle, but if not, I like pull 2 sheets of the old style from SPC that have 4 on the sheet, and that's how I do my underlays. Personally, I think a whole spread of fully themed underlays is way too overwhelming and way too much, and I don't like it. That's just me. But I also really like the idea of underlays and kind of having little bits of like the theme peek through your spread, especially like, for example, my Christmas week spread. I fucking love the underlays that I chose, and I love how they just like pop up a little bit, because if they were all over, they'd be way too overwhelming. But I love the look of every second one, and that really has been the way that I have done it for the most of 2022, and how I plan on continuing for 2023. So rarely I will mix 2 underlays together. Like if I have 2 patterned underlays that are just perfect and I want to use them both, I'll do it. But normally it's 4 underlays that aren't super overwhelming. Otherwise, no. I feel like it takes over the spread, and that's not what I like to do. So I guess, yeah, that's probably my biggest change in my planning style, I think, throughout the year, was committing to underlays. And again, I'm going to continue to use them in the future. Yeah, I'm trying to like think back. I think that's a pretty good talking point. Anything else that really changed? I'm almost finished the base, so I promise we'll get to a little bit more exciting stuff. I guess probably the other biggest thing is how I do my foil and bring my foil together to make to decide what I'm going to use in a spread. I've mentioned it a few times that I redid my foil storage probably a couple of months ago, and I promise you I will film a video. I actually redid I'm not using binders anymore. I'm using like the acrylic trays, and I just finished that yesterday, so I'm going to be filming a video today and I'll have it uploaded. But that is contributing to how I'm doing my foil. So I now have all of my foil bundles. I take them all apart when I get them, and I store them by full box sheets, bottom washi, underlays, and then scripts and icons and deco. And so I'll go into the kit, I'll have a look at what kit it is and what theme I want to do, and then I'll pull in like a number of different sheets from like different themes. So it might be hearts and stars, or it might be confetti and luxe or something. Like I don't just use the same bundle all together. I mix and match, and really that has transformed the way that I plan this year. it's truly the way that makes me happy now. And I honestly, well, I can't really go back because I've pulled all my foil bundles apart and I don't know how I would stick them back together. But I also don't see myself going back because it really has worked so well for me. And now with my new storage, yeah, I don't see that changing. So that has been probably the two biggest things for me, and how, so my actual probably on page planning style hasn't changed a whole lot, but how I do things, I guess, has changed a bit behind the scenes. So finishing up that's a little random chat for you, random planner chat. Finishing up my base, so I'm putting on my deco towards the end of the year. I've decided to stop using date covers, which will flow into next year. I'm about to film my 2023 planner setup, so you'll kind of see that, and I'm going to explain how that's going to change, but you're kind of seeing the start of it now. I stopped using date covers and used deco instead. So moving on to the day by day. So I started off the day, Monday, I was just vibing. I was really just like, you know what? Good vibes, good mood. Like, let's just have a good day kind of thing, because December in my work is extremely quiet because obviously everyone is thinking of like other things to do. They're not thinking about spending their money on travel, which is fair enough. I totally get that, but it makes for some boring days. So I was like, you know what? No, like, let's have a good day, blah, blah, blah. So I just marked that with a winning little munchkin from Once More With Love and a happy AF script from Plan With Me stickers. I really need to go in and order some more scripts from her because I really love A, the font, and B, the size that she uses. I think they really, I don't know, I really enjoy the way that she does her black scripts. And that's actually probably something that I didn't mention before that's changed this year. I really have moved away from foiled scripts, and I pretty much just use black. I just don't love foiled scripts anymore. Obviously, I still use the ones that I have, but I don't buy anymore, and I don't really see myself buying anymore. I think I prefer black because it kind of is closer to handwriting and it kind of all flows together, whereas foil kind of doesn't really go. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I really am leaning more towards black. So then I used a half box to mark work with the work, what's it called, script from the kit, and then I pulled out these like bows from a Christmas sheet I had from Papershire. I just wanted 5 of like the same thing to mark work this week, and I'm trying to use up more like holiday themed stickers in the spreads. So I used bows for that. And then it felt like my positive vibes paid off because I actually made 10 bookings this day, which is like, normally if you do, we're expected to do 2 bookings a day, and that's like, you've done your job, you've done it. 3 is like, you've done a really good job. So I did 10 and I was just like, vibes, positive vibes, you know. And then so it was my husband's birthday on Thursday, which you'll see, but we had dinner with my family for his birthday. So I just used a square box and a silver circle icon heart to mark, and a family time script. That's from Planner Choco. Actually, I do need to order more of her scripts as well. I really like her sheet size. I like to order scripts that I don't need a lot of from her because she only does like the little kind of credit card size sheets. I don't need a whole sheet of a lot of these because I don't use them that often, but it's nice to have when I do. So that's what that is. And then I just wrote in dinner underneath. As you can see, there's lots of circle icons already because I love circle icons. To me, they make the kit, they make the spread. I really don't know how people don't like them because they like, you get so much foil. Like, it really just brings everything together. So anyway, y'all know that. I don't need to go on about it. Then I used this new sheet of TikTok stickers that I have from Once More With Love that I got from the little craft place in Houston when I went, which you can see in my most recent haul if you want to see what I picked up. And I have a TikTok binge script from Carly, which I think I really need to order more because speaking of ordering more, I need to order some forensic files custom scripts because Forensic Files is my shit. It is my show. It is my relaxation. It is my background noise. So I have seen every episode ever made. But I love to just put it on like when I'm planning or when I'm cooking, or, you know, I watch a couple episodes before I go to sleep. It's so fucked up, but it just relaxes me. It's obviously Peter Thomas is the greatest narrator ever, aside from David Attenborough. But I've been like really into it these last few weeks again, so I really need to get a custom script because I'm sick of writing it. Maybe the Carly Plans double stacked font would look cool. I might do that after this. Anyway, on to Tuesday. So as you probably noticed as well, I did color block this spread. So this was like the dark reddy berry pink color. And I marked work again. So same thing. The only thing in the kit that I could find 5 of was these half boxes. So that's what I used. And then I marked board with like a Once More With Love, like lounging. I think it's actually supposed to be sad, but to me, that's what I look like when I'm bored, so it made sense. Again, that's another new sheet to me that I picked up. Pretty much anytime I use Once More With Love, honestly, it's a new sheet because I don't really order from her anymore. I haven't for probably a couple of years. So anytime they're in there, it's like the new sheets that I've just recently bought. Then my Showpo order came in, which is a like online clothing store. But unfortunately the dress, well, I bought like 4 things, and I bought 2 dresses as options to wear to our Christmas party, which is Friday night, which you'll see, and neither of them fit / I didn't like the cut. So I ended up keeping the 2 other things that I bought, and I'm returning the 2 Christmas party dresses, which was a bit sad, but anyway. So I used a icon from the bundle to mark that. And then I had dinner with my best friend who is like 39 weeks pregnant. So if you watch my January kit lineup after this, she is the one who I have the kit put aside for. So that was super exciting. I hadn't seen her in a little while. So we used to work together, but we also don't live super close to each other. So like she lives half an hour in one direction from work and I live half an hour in literally the opposite direction. So we actually don't live that close. So it's not super easy to catch up. But I drove to her this day because obviously she's very pregnant and it's a lot easier for me to get around. I used a like friend sticker from Happy Dyer because she has like darky blonde hair and now I have brown hair. So that was like perfect. And then I used a silver Plan Next Week script from Monique Plans to mark that I sat down and planned the next week as it would suggest. Then on Wednesday, I'm looking at the pages in my planner now and I actually still didn't write in what this was, but I'm pretty sure it was petrol, so I'm going to go in and fill that in. I just used a car from the kit, from the foil bundle. Work I marked in the same way, so the work script and then the bow from the Christmas sheet. Down the bottom, I was fucking bored again. It's really a theme, so I used a script from, I think this is from Kinsey's Creations, and one of my new Once More With Love sheets. I don't know if I think it's called Sleeping on the Job, excuse me, but for me it's just like when I'm just bored as hell. So marked that, and then I after work played Pokemon with my brother, the new Pokemon we absolutely love. We've been playing it like 4 times a week, which is crazy. So I used a Nintendo Switch sticker from Stella Bow Sticker Co. and a Play Pokemon custom script from Carly. And then again, I watched Forensic Files, so I just used a I think this is the Teeny and Friends from Glam Planner. I have a few of these sheets that I picked up in like D-stashes and stuff, but they're not really my style, so I'm just trying to use them up. And I don't often get to use red, so perfect. I decided to use that in this spread. Then we move on to Thursday. So this was Troy's birthday. So I used a present icon from Stella Bow. I used a happy birthday script in silver from Monique Plans. And then I have a custom script from Carly that says with Troy. So I just cut off the with and just used the Troy. And I'm pretty happy with how that came out, actually. Like, I think it looks good. I definitely could have just written in Troy rather than cutting up the custom script. But, I mean, when you've got it, like, why not, honestly? So I'm happy with how it came out. I think it's cute. Then I marked work. So, again, same thing. The red... or the pinky red work script, and then the red bow. Here's a story. So I'm part of a couple of like luxe brand like secondhand what am I trying to say? On Facebook, there's obviously groups where people sell things secondhand, and I'm a part of a few like designer, like I love Louis, actually, they're mainly Louis, and then you also can post, like, other designer brands on them as well. And so I have been wanting a Givenchy Antigona for, I reckon, what am I now, 26? Probably since I was, like, 16, 17. It was when I get a big girl job, when I make it, when I... save up a little bit of money every week, and I buy this thing that's for me, it's going to be this bag. And I've always wanted it in black. It's classic. It's timeless. I'll put up a little picture if I remember that I posted on I think I only posted on personal Instagram, which I know some of you follow, but not obviously all of you. So I'll post a little picture and you can see it, because spoiler alert, I bought it. So someone was selling it like very cheap. This bag retails almost 4,000 Australian dollars. And someone was selling a secondhand one for like, I reckon 700. And so I was like, do I, don't I? And I ended up not, but I saved the listing. Like, I turned notifications on. And then I was at work, bored out of my fucking mind, and I got a notification saying someone has commented on this, and I was like, what the hell? What's this? So I went on it, and it was that listing that I'd saved from a few weeks ago, and she's like, Christmas price drop, $500, and I was like, to my work colleague, who's like one of my friends, I was like, oh my God, explain the story. I was like, surely. And she's like, no, you have to. This is your time. You've got to do it. So anyway, long story short, I did it. I bought it, and she arrived a couple of days ago, and she's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. She's my work bag, which is what I wanted her for after my last work bag got stolen out of my car when it got broken into. And she's just beautiful. I just love her so much. She's everything I've ever wanted. I'm looking at her over to the side now, and yeah. So I got my first Givenchy bag, which is very exciting. I'm definitely not like a collector or anything. I've always wanted that bag, and I bought it. So then I watched the Pink Diamond PDPCo December mystery video, and whew, that is a good one. I actually need to remind myself to go and buy it, because I sat on the Caress Pressed December mystery for too long and missed out on it. So I need to go buy the Pink Diamond one. Then again, surprise, surprise, we watched Forensic Files, and then we went to Troy's mum's house for dinner because it was his birthday. Then on Friday, so this was the day we had our Christmas party, so I picked up my boss. So I live like the furthest away from work, and he lives 10 minutes away from me, pretty much on the way. So whenever we need to drive somewhere, I always end up picking him up. We went to work, and then we had our Christmas party in the city afterwards. If you're familiar with Melbourne, we went to Crown for the party. If you're not, it's like a big casino complex, hotel, restaurant sort of thing. But it's like, I don't want to say it's classy, but it's a little bit classier than like a Vegas casino or something that I'm thinking of. So we went to a bar for kind of pre-drinks just to like get rolling. And I used a pink fun drink to mark that. I had a mojito there, so mojitos are definitely my drink of choice. But it's funny because I actually hate mint, but I love mojitos, so don't ask me how that happens, but I love mojitos. Then we went to a bar. So the first bar was like in the city, down like a laneway, and then Lumia is actually in the casino. So we had some drinks there, and then we had a booking at this Thai restaurant in the casino. It was like very, I don't want to say fancy, but it was like, I don't eat very fancy normally, so it was fancy to me. It was all like share food, and it was cool. I enjoyed it. Then I just marked like Team Christmas Night Out, and my feet hurt because they were extremely sore. My boss, like, especially when he gets drunk, like, just walks everywhere, and I am not a walker, so for me, I'm like trying to keep up with him, and I'm like, I just can't do it. So my feet were very sore. And then, so we stayed the night in the city. So on Saturday, I marked Sleep In. I did that with a script from SPC in silver, and the little Once More with Love, Munchkin, kind of, that's how I felt. I wasn't exactly hungover, but I mean, you never feel great afterwards, so I was just like, ugh, no, I don't feel very good. Not like feel very good, I just felt so tired and drained and just like, ugh. Then went to Starbucks to obviously get some life back into me. It's gingerbread season, so I got my gingerbread frap with coffee. It's my favorite thing in the world. And then we went to this croissant place, which, I mean, I would never line up for something normally, but my boss and my other colleague wanted to, so we lined up for croissants, and I mean, they do it well. Like, it really was like the best croissant I've ever had outside of France, so don't regret it. And I used a little takeaway bag because it came in like a little brown paper bag with the name of the place, Loon, written in black on it, so that looks exactly right. And then I drove home, and I had to drop the guys off, so it kind of took me a long time to get home. I got home and literally parked myself on the couch, changed into my pajamas, and did not move all day. I was just so tired, and then I just started feeling worse and worse and worse. So I used a little, from Papershire, the girl like curled up sleeping with like the little stuffed animal, because that's literally me. I had my little stuffed animal dog, and I was just like, ugh. And just used a script. I think that is from Kenzie's Creations, but I guess it doesn't really matter because she's not open anymore. Then I had a nap because I was just like, no, I did not feel good. I used a nap script from Plan With Me stickers and a sticker from Papershire, and then I finally got some energy in the afternoon, and I edited. I think I also filmed, but I just wanted to mark, edit, and upload. I'm pretty sure I filmed my January lineup this day, and I got that scheduled. I think it'll go live maybe Tuesday or Wednesday next week, so that's all ready to go, which I feel like recently I've been behind with my kit lineup videos because I'm always waiting on either kits or foil, so it feels nice to be ahead and it's just uploaded, and I can start laying the bases down if I want to. I don't have to worry about like, oh shit, I still have to wait for this. So anyway, that's up, coming to you soon. Then on Sunday, I marked Sleep In. I wanted to mark Lazy Morning because that's probably more, I don't often sleep in. My sleep in is like 7:30 when I normally get up at 6:45, so it's not a huge sleep in, but I wanted to use the sleep in from the kit, so I just used that and some pillows from Papershire. And then this day was a busy day, so this was last weekend, and then obviously today is Saturday and it's Christmas Eve, and then obviously Christmas is tomorrow. So Sunday was like our last day to like get our shit organised while we were both off work together. So we went to a few different stores. Hello, my cat's come to say hi. That's what, if you can hear a jingle or something, that's what it is. So we went to Officeworks because I asked for the Canon selfie printer for Christmas because I want to next year start sticking little photos in behind like day extenders and stuff. Like I want to also, yes, it's great to have the memories written down, but I really want to pop in like photo memories as well. So that's what I got, and it was in stock in Officeworks. We went to JB Hi-Fi because I am thinking of buying a new PC computer so I can play my, I say games, but I play Planet Zoo, Planet Coaster, so they're not really, I'm not like I don't play many PC games, I'm more of a PlayStation 4 girl, but some games I have to play on PC, and the computer that I have is so old, it just takes so long to turn on that I don't even bother because it frustrates the hell out of me. So I'm in the market for a new computer, so we were looking at that. I then went to Wendy's and got Wendy's is not the Wendy's that you guys have in America. It's like, it sells donuts and hot dogs. And milkshakes, essentially. So I love their hot dogs, so I got one of those. I then went to Kmart, of course. I actually have to go to Kmart again today, which is going to be fun on Christmas Eve, but anyway. Then we did the grocery shopping because we knew it was going to be a busy week, so just get it out the way. I used a shopping cart and a script, actually, from the foil bundle. Then I came home and did phase 1 of my kit organisation, my new organisation of getting rid of the binders. And I did kits for that one. So I think I'm going to film a video going over that. But essentially I just moved all my kits from binders into a acrylic folder. And then I cooked dinner and then I played Pokemon again with my brother. So I've got a play Pokemon script, and then I've just got a Pokemon script as well. I like the Pokemon, how that kind of spaces out a bit better, so I probably need to order some more of those. And then I need to order like a Pokemon sheet. The one that I got at the moment is like Pokemon Go, which is fine, but a lot of the things in Pokemon Go don't really apply to like the main line Pokemon games. So if any of y'all have seen a good Pokemon sheet, I also have the Carly Plans Pokeballs, which I love, but I don't have many left of those. So if you guys have got another sheet recommendation, please feel free to send it my way. So that is it for the day by day. I'm looking at the sidebar and it's still empty, even though this spread was last week. So I probably need to think of something to put in there. But yeah, that is the spread. I am really happy with how it all came together, which you will see shortly once I finish. I got a little bit ahead. I do a bit of a, like, what do you call it? Shake? Like, I don't know what it's called. Like, you know what I mean. I'll show you the spread in a minute, I promise you. But I am very happy I made the decision to make the change, because now I can just be done with this planner and not that I hate it, but just to be finished with it, put it on the shelf, and I can move on to next year. I don't want to be going back and back planning like a month later in an old planner. It's just not my style. So I'm very glad I changed over, and I don't think I said this, I'm gonna save the balsam kit for next year, because it's such a beautiful kit, it's such beautiful art. I love the foil I picked out with it, and I want to use it, I want to enjoy it. So it's going straight in the save for next year binder, not binder anymore, straight in the save for next year section, and I will definitely use it then. So now I'm showing you the flip through of what I didn't use, and that's everything. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.